So this is definitely not something I would typically do, but hi guys, welcome back to a new video on my main channel. I hope you're all doing well and feeling good. So today I'm coming to you from this bed, and I just wanted to sit down and do a main channel video. I haven't been chatty on here in a little while. I wanted to sit down and talk about how to get your life back on track when things like lockdowns come along and stir everything up. If you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Alice Bradley. I post regular fashion, lifestyle and manifestation content over on this channel. So if you're new, subscribe, come and say hi in the comments, and yeah, let's get chatting about manifestation and just attracting good things into your life. So today's video is a nice chatty one. I wanted to break down the importance of getting your life back on track when you feel like you've hit a bit of a crossroads or a particular dead end in your path. So of course the recent announcement and the current lockdown which we are in right now has spurred me to sit down and create this video for you guys today. If you aren't from the UK, then guys, currently the UK is in lockdown for a month until December the 2nd. Obviously at this point anything can happen, things can change very quickly, so that's just how things are right now in terms of the current state of affairs. It is technically day one today of lockdown for me, so by the time you're watching this we'll probably be a few days in. But I just wanted to sit down and offer some advice about finding your feet again when sudden changes around us in our immediate life and our inner worlds as well really just affects how we move forward. As we probably remember and recall, the first lockdown was one of a kind. We didn't quite know what we were getting ourselves in for, and I have to say it was a period where there was lots of things going on, and I think we did keep ourselves really busy. And although that was amazing and really great to see how quickly we could shift and change our perspectives on things and how we decided to work, I do think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be permanently productive in all areas of our lives. It was almost a showcase of how much effort we were putting in daily to achieve goals, set new targets, create new hobbies and stick to them. So in today's video I do want to take the pressure off in some way. Although this video is about changing your life, getting your life back on track, it's not about overwhelming ourselves and getting ourselves back into that mindset where we have to be constantly working on something to be deemed productive. So I've decided to make this video today for those of you who feel in their gut that they're aware that they need to change a certain area in their life and they want to pursue change. This is in no way me projecting the need for change and the need to be doing something new. So I just wanted to let you guys know that in today's video, that is the purpose of this conversation. I of course want to open it up to those of you who may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed and unproductive and slumpy, but wanting to still progress and move forward and just get your high vibe back. So that's what today's video is all about. Keep watching, I really hope you guys enjoy it. So essentially this video is for those of you who are currently entering the pit lane. You know you need your wheels changed and other bits changed in your car, and you just want to get back on the road and get back in the race. Now that's how I felt during lockdown part 1, and it was something that I was a bit nervous about going into lockdown part 2, and I think each day is going to be different, so I don't want to put pressure on myself that every day is going to be productive and an improvement on the last and previous day. But I do want to utilise the time in the best way possible just to change and adapt some things in my routine which I know aren't serving me in the best way. The first thing that I want you to consider when realising that you want to change your life and get back on track is to look at what is actually on your plate. Now this can be a broad spectrum of things. So these things on our plate, these responsibilities, can be anything. They can be anything from the bills that we need to pay to the friends we wish to check in on during this period of lockdown. So anything that you feel is a responsibility to yourself. We all have different things that we manage and we put pressures on in our lives. It could be anything. It could be working out every day or making sure to eat healthily and eat right each day. Those are different types of pressures, different things that we expect from ourselves every single day. And if we were to layer that all on a plate, it just shows you how many little things you're actually going through and dealing with in a particular day. So by looking at it, by actually breaking it down and looking at what you need to prioritize and work on and work with, that's going to make things feel a little bit easier. I tend to treat this stage as the brain dump. So when I'm feeling so overwhelmed, I take to 2 pieces of paper. On one side, I will write all the responsibilities, the things that I'm trying to look out for, look after, work on, deal with, make sure I don't forget. That's one of the things actually for me which I find really burdens me. It's the little niggles and the thoughts that flick in my head. Oh my goodness, I can't forget to do that. For me, that's something that adds a lot of pressure to my day-to-day life. So that's something that I will note down. Now with this other piece of paper, I want you to mind map and brainstorm the goals that you set for yourself. This could be anything from the goals you want to set for working out during lockdown, to maybe you want to focus on reading more and actually picking up a book versus picking up a phone or a tablet or watching Netflix. If it's something that you want to just tweak during this month, then go and write those goals down. Get super creative. This is where I'm going to insert my Pinterest link right here for you guys, because Pinterest is amazing. You can move board so many different things. I love it so much. I feel like when I'm overwhelmed with ideas and possibilities, I brain dump with imagery and I put it as my vision board, because when I open my computer, when I go to my desk and I look and I see what it is that I want to work on, my thoughts are clear because I've emptied them all out onto this screen. And it makes it so much easier to deal with, and it means that I can park those things and empty them out of my mind and focus on the tasks, the habits that are going to eventually lead to the goals. Now that moves on to my next point. So my next point and piece of advice is to categorize what it is you want to work on. With these, I like to either highlight or write in different areas what things are working well and running smoothly, what is potentially falling off the wagon, or something that I'm not dealing with quite well. It could be a task I keep sending out late or getting out late past the deadline, and I'm doing it but I'm just not getting it done to the best of my ability. Now those will go in a particular box, and then you want to look at the things, the tasks which you haven't even tackled yet. Now tasks that I've not yet started are usually tasks I'm procrastinating and avoiding even tackling. Now that could be an email from a particular person, it could be invoicing. I know a lot of people have a negative mindset around asking for money and being paid on time and being paid for what you're owed, etc. These types of things are going to really affect your long-term goals being achieved. Now looking at how to categorize these things, you're also going to look at what actually is already working well for yourself and probably is working a lot better than you think. So my work mentality versus my actual mentality is very juxtaposing. So on the one hand, I think I'm quite a positive person in my beliefs on what I want to attract and entice into my world and the types of things that I want to engage in. However, my work mentality you could probably describe as being quite pessimistic. I'm quite hard on myself until I see real results. I don't really celebrate my wins enough. So that is something that I want to work on during lockdown. It's a goal of mine that I want to achieve, and I think a lot of people, particularly those of you tuning into this video, maybe sat here watching this video because you actually have quite a pessimistic view on your own goals and how you achieve them. You might be thinking that you're in a rut when actually you just needed a video just to give you a little bit of a positive kick up the bum, you know, a nice, this is going to work out for you, you're going to be great and it's going to work out in your favor. So I want this video to be that as well. But if you are sitting here and wanting to develop and get yourself back out of that rut and back out there, then definitely look at categorizing what is already working well, the things that you could be improving on, and the things that you haven't even tackled yet. Now there's things on my list, so we're all in this together. So a really easy way to break this down is to look at habits, tasks, and then goals. So habits plus tasks equals your goals being achieved. So for instance, a good habit would be to sleep better. Now, the task in which to do that is to set your alarm every single night so that the next day you wake up on time. That in turn means that you will wake up on time and your goal will be achieved because you've woken up on time and you've achieved the things that you wanted to do that day. You've ticked off that to-do list and got your work done sooner rather than later. So setting good habits for yourself and having tasks lined up for those habits will mean that you'll get closer and closer to working towards your goal. I know in winter I find it so hard and I struggle to muster up the courage to get out of bed because it's so dark, but you just have to get yourself out there, train yourself to get motivated, feel good again, and by setting those alarms, doing those little tasks, you're going to feel so much more successful because you've got one little thing tweaked in your routine which is going to completely change how you work and how you are more efficient. Now, the last piece of advice that I want to offer for getting your life back on track during this lockdown period is to manage your expectations. Learning to want to better yourself but not actually working to the point where your expectations are so hard to achieve that when you look at what you've actually done, it feels like you've still not done enough. Sometimes we're guilty of doing this. I'm guilty of doing it as well. It's all about celebrating lots of little wins and the journey to the top rather than just the end destination. So just remember that some days are going to be better than others, and you might see a steady bit of progression and each day gets better than the next, but then you wake up one day and you feel like you're back to square one. Just embrace whatever that day has to show you. Let yourself be. Don't be so hard on yourself, and know that you can always start again tomorrow. Some days I wake up and I feel like today's not my day. Try not to write it off so quickly. If you're feeling like it's going to be an off day, change things around, switch up your routine and try and see if you can work on something else instead, and then that should hopefully make you feel a bit better than just kind of giving up and giving in and feeling like you won't get anything achieved. So really make sure that you're taking that pressure off yourself to be constantly seeing progress in an upward trajectory, because every single day is going to be different. I really hope these tips help you in some way during lockdown. If you are looking to get yourself out of a rut, then I commend you. This is amazing. This is the perfect time to start. You may be experiencing furlough again. You may be experiencing a complete shift in the dynamic in which you work. Embrace it. Find new ways to achieve your goals and try not to be too hard on yourself when it comes to getting things done and seeing progress. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Give it a like if it helped you in any way. Comment down below if there's something that you're wanting to change in this lockdown part 2. Are you going to be less hard on yourself and less demanding than you were in lockdown part 1? I know a lot of us were trying to master TikTok and making banana bread every other day, but some days it's okay to do nothing and just embrace the nothingness and be grateful for it. So I really hope this video was helpful. Guys, I will see you in my next video. Stay sweet.